What's up, everybody? In this video, we are going to look at how to integrate data from the web into an Arduino sketch. To do this, we will load data from an API. There are lots of different APIs, and things can get pretty complex. For our purposes, we will load small pieces of data to work within our sketches. First off, what is an API? API stands for Application Programming Interface. APIs are a way to exchange data between different devices and applications. If an application has an API, we can make a call to it and return raw data to us. We can also post information to an API, where we send data and execute a function. Most modern APIs work with JSON data. To start working with APIs, we will use a weather API called OpenWeather. We will make a call to it, and it will return the current forecast to us. If you look at the documentation for an API, they normally give you instructions for how to make a call and what information you need to supply. Let's have a look at what we need to make a call to get the current weather. Copy the API call. I've pasted the URL to the API documentation in the video description. Let's use AI to help us code this. The more information we can provide the AI, the better our result will be. Our prompt will be: write code for Arduino Uno R4 Wi-Fi to connect to the OpenWeather API and get the current weather for Toronto, Canada. A sample API call to get the current weather is https://api.openweather.org/data/2.5/weather?lat equals open curly brace lat close curly brace and lawn equals open curly brace lawn close curly brace and app ID equals open curly brace, API key, close curly brace. Whew! I've pasted the prompt in the YouTube description. In the response, it is referencing an API key. What is this? An API key is a way for an API to authenticate who is interfacing with the API. As you work with APIs, there are different levels of access. Some provide free data and others paid. We will need to sign up for an OpenWeather account to get an API key. It is free. In a browser, go to https://openweathermap.org and hit return. Click Sign in the top right corner. Next, click Create an account and fill out your details. After sign up, OpenWeather will send you an email verification. You'll need to confirm your account before you can use OpenWeather. Ensure you are logged into your account, click on your username, and select My API Keys. You should see a key is listed as a default. Click on the pencil icon next to the default name. Change the name to Arduino and click Save. OpenWeather has generated an API key for us, and we can use it to make API calls. Let's go back to our AI-generated code. The response gives us our Wi-Fi credentials and an API key inside the code. Let's make an Arduino secrets file to store this information. Respond with, put the SSID, password, and API key in an Arduino_secrets.h file. The response from the AI has put the code in a single file. Let's copy and paste this into the Arduino IDE. Click on the three dots in the right corner and click New tab to create a new file. Enter Arduino_secrets.h for the file name. Copy the code under the Arduino secrets comment and update it with your own information. At the top of your sketch, you will see a library called Arduino JSON that is being used. You might need to install this. Click on the Library Manager tab and search for Arduino JSON. Click and install the latest version. Most APIs return JSON, or JavaScript Object Notation formatted data. This is easy for humans and computers to read and write. The JSON string will have a name and value for each piece of data. If you look at the OpenWeather API, it will show you a sample JSON API response. Our Arduino sketch is reading the content returned in the JSON. You might want to do some prompting to learn more about APIs and what sort of data you can get. Upload the code to your Arduino and open the serial monitor. You will see that it connects to your Wi-Fi and your Arduino is assigned an IP address. But then nothing happens. Well, it does happen if you wait for 5 minutes. Our sketch checks the weather every 5 minutes, but it should get the weather when the sketch loads. I could prompt my AI to fix this, but let's not rely on AI to do everything. After all, we do have some knowledge of coding. Let's look at how our code works. In the loop function, there is a current time and last time. This is using the Millis timer we explored in previous lessons. When the time has elapsed, it calls the getWeatherData function. This is what gets the weather. At the end of our setup function, add the following line of code. GetWeatherData, open and close parentheses. This will get the weather when the Arduino boots, and then it will keep checking every 5 minutes. Upload your code to the Arduino and test. Great! Now when the Arduino sketch loads, it gets the weather and then will continue to check every 5 minutes. Awesome! We just used the Arduino to get data from an external API and print to the serial monitor. At the end of this video, you should be able to connect to an API and get data and return it to the serial monitor of the Arduino.